Sister Wives: How Kody Brown Blackmailed Robyn's Ex. It's been quite some time since Sister Wives fans have heard anything on screen about Robyn's ex, David Preston Jessup. However, many vividly remember how aggressively Kody Brown spoke about him while trying to get custody of the children. It's widely believed that Kody and Robyn both used nefarious tactics to get full custody of the children. But what exactly happened? Viewers think Kody Brown bullied Robyn's ex-husband. After 19 seasons on TLC, Sister Wives fans know how aggressively Kody Brown can behave when he feels threatened. In a recent Reddit post, viewers discussed the controversial adoption storyline. But how exactly did Kody convince David Jessup to give up custody of his children? Threatening Robyn's ex, a Sister Wives viewer posted online, attaching a screenshot of Kody and Robyn discussing the situation in a confessional. "It's crazy Kody was willing to literally threaten a man he doesn't know on TV and fight that hard for kids that weren't even his. But he gave up so fast on his own biological children. I know this was a while ago, and he was actually considered a decent father at this time, so the kids probably didn't think much of it. But it still has to hurt knowing your dad fought harder for kids that weren't even his blood compared to his own children. If their biological father is not cooperative, I have no problem just raining down some fury," Kody says in the screenshot. "It'll turn very, very bad for him. Very ugly," Robyn adds. The OP went on to question why Kody felt he so badly needed full custody of Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna. They also felt it was odd that David Jessup so readily gave up custody of his children. Also, it sucks he calls Robyn's children his kids, but refers to the others as Janelle's kids or Cristin's kids. What's up with that? The OP concluded. Viewers believe blackmail was involved. Until members of the family confirm what specifically happened, it's largely speculation. But many Sister Wives viewers suspect that Dayton's ATV accident was to blame. David Jessup couldn't afford his share of the medical bills, so Kody and Robyn strong-armed him into giving up custody. Redditors added, "They basically blackmailed him using the bill from Dayton's ATV accident, which was half the dad's responsibility to pay even though it happened on Kody's watch. They kind of backed the guy in a financial corner to forgive the child support if he signed them over. This whole thing baffled me, to be honest. In family court, this is frowned upon because it is generally considered abusive to alienate children from their biological father. I don't know the ins and outs of Robyn's first marriage, but I think it's disgusting that they use their television platform to posture like this. Where was this attitude for literally any of his biological children he actually brought into this world? I guess if it doesn't make him look good in Robyn's eyes, then he doesn't care." Kody Brown sat in the dimly lit corner of his Flagstaff home, a scowl etched on his face. The days of his meticulously constructed plural family were slipping through his fingers. Cristin had left, Janelle had one foot out the door, and Mary was as emotionally distant as ever. The one constant, his beloved Robyn, seemed distracted lately, a far cry from the woman who had once been the glue holding the family together. It didn't take long for Kody to pinpoint the source of her distraction: her ex-husband, David Jessup. Rumors had reached Kody's ears. David had been making appearances in Flagstaff, allegedly to visit the children he shared with Robyn. Kody knew better. This wasn't about fatherly obligations, it was an attempt to worm his way back into Robyn's life. The thought made Kody's blood boil. He couldn't let David unravel what little remained of his family. But how to stop him? As Kody paced the floor, an idea struck. He had always prided himself on being a man of persuasion, a master of negotiation. But this situation called for something more drastic. It called for leverage, and Kody knew exactly where to find it. Robyn's past with David was no secret. She had spoken openly about the difficulties of her previous marriage, painting David as controlling and emotionally neglectful. But what Robyn hadn't shared with the public, and what Kody had managed to uncover through years of subtle probing, were the skeletons in David's closet. Kody had once overheard Robyn talking to Cristin about some financial troubles David had gotten into before their divorce. At the time, Kody hadn't paid much attention. Now, that information was gold. Kody made a few discreet calls, tapping into his network of acquaintances within the polygamist community. It wasn't long before he had a clearer picture. David had been involved in some shady dealings years ago, a series of questionable investments that had left several families in the community financially devastated. While nothing had been proven in court, whispers of fraud lingered. Armed with this knowledge, Kody arranged a meeting. He chose a neutral location, a rundown diner on the outskirts of Flagstaff. The kind of place where no one would recognize him or David. Kody arrived early, sliding into a booth at the back and ordering a cup of coffee he had no intention of drinking. David arrived a few minutes late, his expression guarded. He was a tall man with a presence that suggested he wasn't easily intimidated. But Kody had confidence in his plan. "David," Kody began, forcing a smile as the man sat across from him. "Thanks for meeting me." David raised an eyebrow. "Not sure I had much of a choice. Your message sounded urgent." Kody's smile tightened. "It is. Look, I'll get straight to the point. I've heard you've been spending more time in Flagstaff. Visiting the kids, reconnecting with Robyn. That's fine, but I'm worried your intentions might go beyond co-parenting." David leaned back, crossing his arms. "My intentions are my business, Kody. I'm their father. I have every right to see them." "Of course," Kody said, his tone saccharine. "But let's not pretend this is just about the kids. I know you've been trying to rekindle things with Robyn." David's jaw tightened, but he said nothing. Kody took that as confirmation. "Here's the thing," Kody continued, leaning forward. "Robyn is my wife now. She chose to leave the past behind, and she's built a new life with me. I'm not going to let you disrupt that." David smirked. "And what are you going to do about it? Robyn's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions." Kody's eyes narrowed. "True, but I wonder how those decisions might change if certain details about your past came to light." David's smirk faded. "What are you talking about?" "Oh, Kody said, his voice dripping with feigned innocence. "Those bad investments, the families you left struggling. It'd be a shame if Robyn found out you haven't changed as much as you claim." David's face darkened. "You wouldn't dare." "Wouldn't I?" Kody countered. "You see, David, I'm a man who values family above all else, and I'll do whatever it takes to protect mine. So here's the deal. You stay out of Robyn's life beyond what's necessary for the kids, and I'll keep your secrets safe. Cross me and everyone, including the authorities, will hear about your little escapades." David's fists clenched, but he said nothing. Kody could see the wheels turning in his mind, weighing his options. After a long, tense silence, David finally spoke. "Fine, I'll back off, but don't think for a second that this makes us even. You've made an enemy today, Kody." Kody shrugged, feigning nonchalance. "Do what you have to do. Just remember, I hold all the cards." When Kody returned home that evening, he found Robyn in the living room, scrolling through her phone. She looked up as he entered, her expression softening.